Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we can be reacting to
Crazy world of Greek football.
2018, the Greek league made headlines as the PAOK owner Ivan Savvidis stormed the pitch with a gun around his waist. But this was
What?
No,
What?
that couldn't be
Hold up.
possible. That's
in
the
2018, the
truth.
Greek league made headlines
Stop.
as the PAOK owner Ivan Savvidis stormed the pitch with a gun around his waist.
But I can't see the gun.
I don't
though.
see it, though.
They putting these headlines on
But this was
on
just
the.
another scandal in the crazy world of Greek football,
That's
full of
crazy.
corruption, fan violence, and shady owners.
So it was not
But before
true?
we move on to that,
So guns are legal in Greece? How do you have a gun?
Is
let
it
me
true
give
or
you a
not
quick
true?
breakdown of Greek football. The
know.
Greek league has been dominated by 4 teams, the first of those being Olympiacos Piraeus, by far the most successful club in the Greek football history, with 48 league titles. They are the only Greek team to win a European trophy, as they achieved this feat in 2024, winning the Conference League. Their owner is a very
Wow.
controversial Evangelos Marinakis, more on him later. The second club is
Marinakis.
Panathinaikos, 20-time champions and European Cup finalists.
That's the popular name.
That's not the same guy.
I don't know. That's why I was asking. This name is like quite.
I feel like it was Marinakis. No?
It is. I think so.
From
Very
1971,
controversial,
where they lost to
it's true.
Ajax. The club greatly contributed to the triumph of the national team at the 2004 Euros, as 6 of their players were part of the team that lifted the European trophy in Portugal. AEK Athens are the only team out of the Big Four that were ever relegated. In 2013, they finished in 15th place and decided to be relegated to the 3rd division instead, in order
What does
to
that
enter the
mean?
liquidation process to help with their financial problems. The club climbed
Relegation means you're going to the lower league. So like in NBA's perspective, you perform bad in the NBA and they demote you to G League. Yeah.
their way back to the peak of the Greek football pyramid, and after years without a proper home ground, they opened the Hagia Sophia Stadium in 2022, which is seen as a symbol of their comeback. And finally, we have PAOK, who are the least successful out of the Big Four throughout their history, with only 4 titles to their name. The team from Saloniki had some recent success, due to which the original Big Three became a Big Four in the media and the public.
That's
Back
nice.
in the early 2000s, the Greek league was ranked in the 6th place in the UEFA coefficient ranking, meaning that
That's-
Greece had 3 teams in the
Okay, so you have Spain,
That's,
Italy, England, Germany, France, Greece, Portugal.
That's pretty good. So basically, the Greek league was like
What
right after the
happened?
Big Five.
What
Because
happened?
the Big Five is the Big Five. Those are strong,
Yes.
strong countries. After that,
Yes.
I think
But yeah,
because the Netherlands,
Brazil.
the Netherlands had Ajax. I remember.
No, this is only Europe, right?
Yeah,
Oh.
Portugal had a Porto. Those were good teams. So Greece was very
I
strong.
want to know
league.
for the
Wow.
world.
This is the world.
the UEFA
Oh.
Champions League group stage.
No, like I'm semi kidding, but at the same time I'm not. I don't think any other league outside of Europe is stronger than these leagues.
Clubs from Greece
Especially not in 2002, definitely not.
were constantly reaching the knockout stages of European
guys
competitions,
invented
with
soccer?
Panathinaikos reaching the
No,
semi-finals.
not that. The money was in Europe, and the best players go where the money is at.
Finals of the Champions League in '96 and quarterfinals in 2002, and Olympiacos reaching the quarterfinals in '99. The national team did the unthinkable in winning Euro 2004 against Portugal in Lisbon, but as it turned out, that moment was the culmination of their golden years. The next 20 years were very unstable and volatile for the Greek football, with the league mostly on a downward trajectory, which
Yeah.
resulted in the
Wait,
league ending
wait,
in 15th
wait.
place.
Wow, that's a big wow.
They're going to meet Lithuania
Whoa,
soon there.
whoa! I'm so waiting to see Lithuania. You told me 20.
You
You lie. You lie. You suck.
You see?
You suck.
You see?
Embarrassing.
You see?
He said embarrassing yourself.
Listen, we tied.
Zero,
okay?
zero. No, it's
We
zero,
tied.
zero.
Okay, we tied.
No, I don't understand.
As they failed to
Oh,
qualify
oh,
for every
Estonia
tournament
is 0-0. Wow, wow. This is embarrassing, Doctor. Something like that.
since the 2014 World Cup. Over the last 20 years, Olympiacos have been the best Greek team, managing to always represent Greece well on the international stage. They were also capable of attracting world-class players like James Rodriguez, Marcelo, or Rivaldo. The 2 ex-Real Madrid stars who were past their prime didn't conquer the Greek
So
league,
the
but
team
Rivaldo
is
became the star of the league
Brazilian.
in the 2000s, as he was crowned the best foreign player 2 years in a row.
Wow.
Rivaldo moved to Olympiacos' rivals AEK Athens for the 2007-8 season due to a disagreement with the club's chairman.
Oh,
about ex-
2007, 8. Rivaldo was way. Like, it was in a wheelchair at that point. the hell? Stop
Ooh.
it.
ending the contract.
With his
PAOK
hairline.
initially finished in first place in the league, but Olympiacos were awarded 3 points after a court case for the illegal usage of a player in a game that Olympiacos lost earlier in the season. This allowed
How's that
Olympiacos to
illegal
finish 2
usage
points
of
ahead
a
of
player?
AEK. Several managers and
What does that mean?
I have no idea. I've never heard of that.
chairmen were angered with the court's decision, stating that the Hellenic Football Federation knew about the usage of the illegal player prior to the game, but didn't do anything about it. This decision angered Rivaldo, who said Olympiacos didn't deserve the title, and it resulted in him leaving the Greek league. The financial crisis in 2008 didn't stop the White and Reds, as they continued to play in the Champions League in the 2010s, cashing in the checks from Champions League and building their dominance in the domestic league. Olympiacos won 7 titles in a row.
I'm Mindy.
That's
and
smart.
I'm a meathead.
It was an
Oh.
In 2017, their dominance relied heavily on foreign players, reflecting a wider trend in Greece, where local talents were overlooked. In their famous 2-0 win over Manchester United in 2014, only 3 Greeks started. In 2011, a match-fixing scandal named Koriopolis happened when police wiretaps
What do you think about
exposed
that?
club
You think
owners,
that's fair?
referees,
What? Match fixing? Of course not. What? Why is that? How is that?
Wait, what's match fixing? I just said yeah
Basically,
because
the both teams agreed on a result, so the betting.
oh no
wins.
no. That's of course this is not okay. But I'm saying like for a team to be like, it's the Greek team, but the players are not Greek.
It's not a Greek team. It's a team in the Greek league. So are you saying now the Europeans cannot play in the NBA? It's only Americans can play?
No,
Because that's
I'm
what
just
you're asking me.
I'm just asking.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
How come? But there's no Greek talent to play soccer.
Well,
It's very
apparently
competitive.
not.
It's very competitive.
Apparently not.
But I guess it's what I'm asking is that it's very competitive to the point that you have like internationals taking its spots too.
Right, they want the best players. So if the Greeks are
Uh-huh.
not the best players, they're gonna go outside of Greece to
Uh-huh.
get better players. How is
But
that
I
not
no
fair?
no because I wonder for the scouts where they're more likely to go seek out for the talent to play soccer.
Well, so in football, it's a little different. I think there isn't any limits how many internationals you can have, but like in basketball, yeah, like
There's limits?
some leagues have
Really?
limits, like 2 international players, 3
Oh
international
wow!
players. Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
In basketball, does happen. In football,
fair?
I don't think so. I don't think that's fair, but
Mm.
if that's the league, what league decides, you what can you say? It just becomes more competitive, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I'm
There's,
wondering.
imagine you have 3 spots for international, so
Yeah.
who's gonna take that spot? It's very
Yeah.
competitive. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think in China or Taiwan they do that. There's like 2 or 4 internationals.
and agents plotting to fix matches following UEFA's detection of suspicious betting patterns. Evangelos Marinakis, owner of Olympiacos and Nottingham Forest, was one of the key suspects investigated for alleged involvement. Olympiacos Volu and Kavala FC were relegated from the Super League in 2011 as part of the fallout, but many high-profile figures such as Marinakis avoided serious punishment due to lack of direct evidence or cases dragging on in court. In 2015, a Greek prosecutor released a 173-page report accusing club owners, players, referees, and the Greek FA of forming a criminal organization to control football through match fixing and blackmail. Marinakis, owner of Olympiacos, was again the most high-profile figure named.
How
He was
much you
accused of
think
forming
you
and leading
gotta
a criminal
pay?
organization.
How much you gotta pay people to agree to the score? Because ultimately, if your team doesn't score well, you're not gonna get hired again for the job unless you can guarantee my job.
Well, but you agree on a score, so it doesn't matter. They allow to score.
What do you mean?
If you agree on the score, they will allow you to score. So there's no not scoring well.
Yeah,
It's
but
been
you still
predetermined
lose. Like you
already.
could be you're like you're on the losing team. Like how can I agree I'm on the losing team? Eventually they're gonna say we gotta switch the players. But this is lasting one season. What about future seasons? They're gonna find someone else to replace me.
But if the whole idea is that it's fixed, then why would they replace you if you do your job when your job is to lose? How? Your job is to lose.
To lose, like, but in the long term, what does this mean? Like, I don't make it to the finals.
Yeah, but you make
Finals.
money. It's for
for the
them. It's
season.
not for them. It's not about winning. It's about money.
Only for the season?
I don't know for how long it lasted.
Oh.
However long they want to fix the matches for. It's about making money.
bribery, match fixing, and
How
referee
do they make
manipulation.
the person that for a person in his position? How is he making money
He
by
bets.
fixing?
So he bets €1 million euros on the game, and he wins like 3 million, let's say. But the match is fixed, so it's like guaranteed 2 million profit.
6 years later,
That's
in
not fun.
2021,
Yeah, it's not fair. It's illegal. It's
No, it's not fun. Even
well, it's
even
not fun. It's not fair. It's not legal. There's a lot of knots. It's
Marinakis, several referees, and several members of the Greek FA were acquitted of all charges. The scandal, like Koriopolis, ended with a few real consequences, further damaging public trust. The list of accusations that Marinakis has faced is very long and also stretches outside of football. But who is he anyway? Evangelos Marinakis is the son of Militadis Marinakis, a wealthy ship owner and politician.
It's the same guy. The same fucking guy. You okay? You okay? It's the same guy.
No.
We can't escape him, can we?
I don't say nothing bad. Okay, I'm coming back. Hold on.
Do you need help getting up?
Oh my God. That took me out. Wow. I'm back. Made me cry. Wow. Let me fix myself.
So if you guys don't know what this whole promotion is about, this guy has
Oh.
sent us a cease and desist letter for a video in his ship that Eleni Ferreira was
Not
singing.
him.
And
His
yeah,
son.
this guy.
No, he's the son.
He is the son. This is the father in black and white.
No, he was a younger man.
So you think that's
That's the dad.
you think
Wait,
his son?
no,
I think
no,
that's
no.
what you look.
No, it was a younger man.
Whatever. This family.
No.
This family. The ship owner. Yeah, it's the same. It's the same guy. Whatever.
Evangelos inherited both the shipping business and his
I
father's
think it's
political
him.
connections.
No.
He is one of the richest
Look,
people in
he's
Greece, with a
younger.
net worth of around 3
He
billion.
got old.
In 2012,
No,
a bomb
It's
exploded in a
him.
bakery in the south of Greece, blowing out the shop windows and destroying part of the store. Luckily, the bakery was empty and no one was injured, but the owner,
Those who answer the call of the vagabond know that the best stories aren't about where you went.
Petros Konstantineas, was in no doubt he was the target of the attack. He was a Greek referee in the country's top flight. A few days before he was to referee a league game between Xanthi and Olympiacos, two people came to see him. They insisted that Olympiacos had to win the game, and they threatened me, he said. But I have never been part of the system. I cannot be bought, he added. The bombing happened a few days after the game, which Olympiacos lost. Konstantineas believes that it was Marinakis or his associates that were behind these attacks. However, Marinakis denied any involvement. In 2014, he was accused of drug trafficking when Greek authorities intercepted a cargo ship named Nor 1 off the coast of Greece. The Nor 1 was operated by companies and shipping managers with financial ties to Marinakis. The claims against Marinakis focus on bank transfers that had raised suspicion. The case turned dark.
It seems some sort of RICO action, yeah.
Several key
Yeah.
witnesses and suspects died under suspicious circumstances, fueling speculation that somebody wanted the story buried. In 2025, judges ruled that there was insufficient evidence to charge Marinakis or others, closing the investigation. The 2008 financial crisis hit Greek football extremely hard, arguably worse than most European leagues. AEK Athens, who had financial problems, entered the 2012-13 season with barely any foreign players and a squad full of youth players. They were relegated that season after a tight relegation battle. During the final weeks of the season, their fans, frustrated with their results, stormed the pitch trying to attack the players. Also during that season, the Georgios Katidis thing happened, where he celebrated a goal in a very unusual way. He was suspended by AEK for that season and banned from the national team.
That's
AEK,
the
rather than take
German.
relegation to the second division and stare down the huge financial problems that they faced, declared bankruptcy and started over in the highest division of amateur football. They quickly climbed their way back to the top division under new leadership and even won 2 league titles since
The
then.
funny thing is, the security guards and everyone saw what he's doing, so everybody's like tried to like.
In 2008, pressure from fans led Panathinaikos owner Yannis Valdinoyannis to cut the family stake to 50%, selling 34% to wealthy supporters who invested over 80 million euros. This sparked short-lived success with a league and a cup double in 2010, but by 2011, financial troubles and internal disputes forced major budget cuts and player sales. Media owner and businessman also involved in the shipping business, Yannis Alafouzos, took control of Panathinaikos in 2012, launching the PAOK Alliance project, Greece's football-first fan-based investment model, which invited supporters to buy shares through small contributions. He said, "Ever since I was a kid, I had this idea that the team should not be owned by one person. I was a bit romantic. I felt the team must be owned by its fans, so I started the project, thinking that we had 100,000 core fans who would pay €500 a year. But the fan investment plan collapsed due to Greece's weak financial climate and lack of such a culture. Poor management and failed transfers resulted in Panathinaikos finishing the 2017-18 season in 11th place. In 2018, UEFA banned Panathinaikos from European competition for up to 3 seasons over financial fair play. After leaving the club out of nowhere in 2017, Alafouzos decided to reinvest in the playing and coaching staff around 2021, and he has managed to almost eliminate all financial problems. And under the current coaching structures that have been put in place, it seems they have steadied the ship and managed to win the Greek Cup on 2 occasions, in 2022 and 2024. Panathinaikos managed to survive in the top division through their difficult period, but Aris were not so lucky. Aris are one of the 6 teams that ever won the Greek league, although all 3 of their titles came over 70 years ago. In the 2000s, they tried to establish themselves as the 4th power in Greece, but as the Greek financial crisis caused sponsorship deals to dry up and TV money to shrink, their revenue never matched the inflated wage bill. It resulted in a relegation in 2014, and Aris had to climb their way back from the 3rd division. In 2025, under the ownership of Irini Karipidis, Aris is currently playing in the 1st division, mostly hovering around 5th place. Karipidis is currently involved in a legal battle with Marinakis, as Marinakis has sued the Greek rival over alleged smear campaign. The campaign, according to court filings, included a Nottingham Forest fan site, YouTube videos, and mobile billboards that circulated Nottingham during Forest matches. The materials accused Marinakis of drug trafficking, match fixing, and extortion. The dispute allegedly stemmed from an incident at a match between Olympiacos and Aris. It was claimed that in the 2022-23 season, Marinakis approached Karipidis' brother, Theodoros, to fix a critical game between the teams so that Olympiacos would win, and that Theodoros Karipidis refused. While Aris struggled with financial problems, their city rivals, PAOK, were the second power in Greece, behind Olympiacos.
Why would I lose? Like, at least make me win, you lose.
So some people have pride, others don't.
Well,
Some
he can't
people
have
care
both.
about money, and
He cares
that's why
about
you
money
lose for
and
money.
being like a winner too. Like, bro.
Well, he's a billionaire. When you have $3 billion to your name, that you can afford to do that. You can buy people, you know.
Olympiacos. That's because the club was taken over by a Russian-Greek businessman,
Allegedly,
Ivan
of
Savidis,
course.
in 2012. He injected millions to stabilize the club and negotiated with the Greek government to settle the financial problems they had. He grabbed international headlines in 2018 when he stormed the pitch with a gun in a hip holster during PAOK's match with AEK Athens. He asked his team to leave the pitch after PAOK had a goal ruled out for offside in the 89th minute, and then marched towards the referee with 2 bodyguards before being pulled back. Similar incidents have happened in the past. In 2011, Olympiacos beat Panathinaikos 2-1 after a controversial game. After the game, Panathinaikos player Gibril Cisse had a wrangle with Olympiacos president Marinakis. He was also attacked by Olympiacos fans and stated that he was going to appeal to the UEFA. The case of Cisse and Marinakis went to the Greek courts, where Marinakis was found not guilty. In 2014, a cup match between PAOK and Olympiacos descended into mayhem as flares and objects were thrown onto the pitch. The game included multiple stoppages and violent clashes outside the stadium. Olympiacos players had to be escorted off by riot police, and PAOK was punished with points deductions. The rivalry stems from the fact that the fans of PAOK feel that the teams from other cities have been constantly favoured by the referees and the federation over their city. In 2015, the Greek Cup quarter-final between AEK Athens and Olympiacos was abandoned after a pitch invasion by supporters. A group of around 20 AEK fans ran onto the pitch and threw objects at players and police moments after their team fell 1-0 down in the second leg. Few months later, this time in the league, a game between Olympiacos and Panathinaikos was called off. Olympiacos striker Alfred Finbogason was hit by a flare as he entered the pitch with his teammates. The referee called off the Greek Super League match 30 minutes after the scheduled kickoff. After the decision was announced, fans invaded the pitch. In 2018, a game between PAOK and Olympiacos was abandoned after Olympiacos coach Oscar Garcia was hit by an object thrown from the crowd.
Wow, a lot of throwing at the players. Crazy.
After nearly 20 turbulent years, recently Greek football has been going through a revival period. The Greek league is back in the top 15, which allows them to have 2 teams in the Champions League qualifiers as they finish the 24-25 season in 12th place. Olympiacos won a European trophy for the first time in 2024 when they were crowned Conference League winners after beating Fiorentina in the final. But Greek teams were not just farming points in Conference League. Greece had 3
He's
teams
still
in the group
there.
stages
This
of
guy.
Europa League in 23-24 season and 2 teams in the league phase in 24-25 season. Over those 2 seasons, Greek teams achieved wins over teams like West Ham, Brighton, Villarreal, Porto, or Slavia Prague. The national team also came close to qualifying for the 2024 Euros, narrowly losing to Georgia in the playoffs on penalties. Their performance in the Nations League has been especially impressive as they achieved back-to-back promotions. In the 24-25 edition, they even beat England once, but finished behind them on head-to-head. Nevertheless, they still reached Division A after beating Scotland 3-1 on aggregate in the playoff match. Why is Greece seeing this resurgence? Well, according to the Panathinaikos owner, Yannis Alafouzos, it's because that the level of corruption is being reduced. Also, the introduction of VAR has helped, as has the intervention of UEFA with the use of foreign referees. He said, the refereeing
It's the cameras, the
Oh,
replays.
is better today. That is why you are seeing a resurgence of Greek football with 4 teams competing in European competitions and a more competitive championship, because before this there were people controlling the federation and the referees. Many fans claim that it's also due to Greek teams,
So do you
mainly
still need
PAOK and
referees? Like, what's
Olympiacos,
for
investing big
referees
amounts
if
of
you got
money
like
on their
Referees,
VAR?
VAR is not real time. You have to go back and review it.
And you have to request it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I
Academy.
noticed that with tennis. Now I see, oh, we need a replay because sometimes
Yeah.
the ball goes through the net. But when I'm watching it, you can't tell.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah,
fast. It's very
it's
fast.
fast.
Yeah.
But then when you see the replay, I say, wow.
Yeah, you have to request.
developing plenty of young players and actually giving them a chance to play. That investment has paid off, as in 2024, Olympiacos won the UEFA Youth Champions League, and one of the stars of that team became the record sale of the Greek league a year later. 18-year-old Kostoulas was sold to Brighton for 35 million euros, smashing the previous record of 19 million euros. PAOK and Panathinaikos also broke the record sales recently, with PAOK selling Stefanos Tsimas for 18 million euros, and with Panathinaikos selling Georgias Vayanidis for 12 million euros to Sporting Lisbon. Both young Greek players that were developed at the clubs. One team that hasn't invested in the youth system is PAOK Athens. Instead, they went the route of signing big-name players, and since 2022, names like Domagoj Vida, Sidibe, Eric
They
Lamela,
had the
Roberto
budget?
Pereira, or Anthony Martial have played for the club. PAOK won the title in 2023 and finished 2nd and 4th in the following seasons, but we will find out whether this is a good strategy in the long term. Despite recent focus on young players, the national team isn't built just on the young players. Tsimikas, Mavropanos, or Pavlidis are players that have been playing in Europe's top leagues for a few years already, and now they can shine under the management of Jovanovic, their new head coach since 2024. Jovanovic had a long career in Greece
Where
and
is he
knows
from?
very well the mentality of the Greeks, and he will be hoping to lead them to future success.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wow, that was so
Jovanovic.
stressful.
Wow, a very interesting video,
Can you go
I
to the
gotta
comments,
say. Greek football is crazy.
Yeah, I never heard of that. Like mafia ties and soccer.
Hey man, nice video. You dig more than anyone else outside Greece to find info, and as a Greek, I appreciate it. This definitely needs part 2 for older years, but from 2008 and back.
I can
You'll
imagine
see
the
that
team
what
there.
happened, that was something much more serious. And all the things happened. I was like, oh shit. Wow. Okay. They literally bombed the bakery.
That's crazy.
That's crazy over football, huh? And since say that Marinakis wanted to buy Nottingham Forest, and the government was like, sure, go ahead. So why didn't he buy it?
Wow. Guys, of course, let us know your thoughts. If you could like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord. And always share as much kindness as possible.